listeners.
Welcome back to episode 2 of Unlegendary, where we will cover all things Unlegendary. And Ben is apparently dancing around.
We're just trying to get this camera to... That works.
So Ben,
I feel like somehow my camera is super off-center.
I don't know.
From the rest of the computer. It's like pointing... Anyway.
But I do have a question for you. How was your week on the ladder, sir?
Oh, it was really good.
Yeah.
I moved up a lot of ranks.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Are you still the angry chicken or not?
No, I'm probably like rank 22. I have not played a single game. I've watched a lot of Hearthstone.
Okay, well that's fair.
But I haven't played any.
Follow-up question, how much of me have you watched? I'm going to guess none.
Do you stream Hearthstone?
I do. I actually didn't stream too much this week. All right, so I've got some stories for you, though. On the other hand, I had some time this week. I don't know how, but my wife took like a long nap, and I was like, yes. She's like, you're going to work, right? And I was like, yes, work. Work the ladder I am. I played Face Hunter. I know, I should be ashamed.
That's gross. I mean...
But
I think the whole point at this point in time was to try and get people to watch us, not to have everybody hate you.
Wait, I thought Face Hunter was like the most regal of all the decks. Is that wrong?
Everybody's always thought how, I mean, sure,
yeah,
okay.
That's what I thought. But I got all the way to rank 4, knocking on the door of rank 3, 1 win away. I win streaked all through rank 5 and lamented the fact that I didn't get bonus stars. My math isn't great, but I'm pretty sure I would have made Legend had I gotten those bonus stars through rank 5. No.
There's a reason why they don't do that.
But Ben, then the ladder shifted, right? So that was one night. The next night I was like, yeah, Face Hunter all over your face. And nope, not at all. I went in a free fall and lost like 18 out of 19 games, including some serious tilting and switching all kinds of decks. Like I faced 5 Oil Rogues in a row. And so I was like,
sure.
That's it, Oil Rogue. I'm going to dust off Control Warrior. And then I was like, Druid. I was like, whoa! I was raging pretty hard at that point. And I made some bad plays. So I want to ask you.
I mean, you made the number one mistake that everybody makes.
Switching decks around too much?
Well, I mean, if you're winning with a deck for the night, you should just keep playing until you die.
Yeah. I know.
So we reach Legendary.
There's a problem with like having a life and needing to actually get up. And I can't follow my own advice. But so I want to talk real quick about some tech cards in the meta that you need to be ready for, because I am ready for them, but I still, like in my tiltingness, I still screwed up and got hammered by them. So Ben, I'm going to ask you this question. If you're playing against a Druid, what is a meta card that they're running right now? Not a typical card like Druid at the Claw or something, but what is a meta Druid card that you can think of that you really need to be worried about?
I feel like you're going to tell me, I'm be like, oh yeah, that has been around. What card are you thinking about?
All right, I'll tell you a scenario, and then you can tell me what the card is. So I play, I make some cool plays, right? So I play like Sylvanas, I go Power Overwhelming, I steal the dude's piloted Shredder, so I'm like, yeah, he's boned. I've got 2 other guys on the table, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to throw this Zombie Chow down for my 4th guy just to put a little more pressure on this Druid, and he's going to be cooked. What is the card that I should have been thinking that people are playing in this meta, that when you put a 4th card on the table, you are kind of an idiot?
Oh, you're talking about Mind Control tech.
Yes. Druids are playing Mind Control tech, so learn that, know that.
So that ramp Druid that plays Mind Control tech, it's one of those ones where you have to make a decision, right? Like it's a sub-in, sub-out type of one. And it definitely was the flavor before the end of last month, right? So when everybody, I guess so middle January, like Druid with Mind Control tech was like the card.
Yeah.
Like everybody would go, this is what I have to play around. And then there was a good couple of weeks, like maybe the last 2 weeks, watching people like Strifeco and Trump, where they're like, I'm going to play around Mind Control tech. I'm going to play around Mind Control tech. And there's 0 presence of Mind Control tech. Like, And so you're saying Mind Control Tech was ruining your day.
It's back because Savitz put out a video that he made #1 legend, and it had Mind Control Tech, and the lemmings went, Mind Control Tech, yeah! And so
the lemmings.
I just got hammered. It was really frustrating because it was my fault. Like, you don't need to play a zombie chow on turn 8, right? Like, there's no reason to do that anyway, other than like tilting and playing like a moron. And then, you know, he dropped his Mind Control Tech. What card does he take? Paladin Shredder, of course. And I'm sure he was like, what an idiot. Alright, so it's kind of frustrating. So Ben, can you think of any other cards that we should warn our viewers about in the ladder? Some tech cards that are being seen right now that are a little bit unusual?
Well, I mean, I think the one that I thought this is where you were going with that, is that because Oil Rogue has been seeing such like a fluctuation, right? Like it's almost like Oil Rogue peaks, and then people start putting in Harrison Jones, and all the Oil Rogues run away.
Yep.
And then Harrison Jones becomes pointless, and then all the Oil Rogues come back as people remove Harrison Jones from their decks.
Yep.
That seems to be a very active. I'm actually surprised at how, and so I always wonder about this, of how much is like Oil Rogue is a good deck, and how much of it is like 90% of people, 40% of people are playing it. And they all have, they all seem to do well because there's just so much of it in the meta, right? Like if there weren't so many people playing, if there was a more even distribution of classes, would Oil Rogue be as good?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Oil Rogue preys on a bunch of the top decks. That's why I think so many people are playing it, because it's just a good matchup. And it's mainly because Control Warrior has kind of died down, and then when Control Warrior comes back, Oil Rogue is like, oh no, this is death. Wow, I like your hairy face.
I know, this is just so super professional tonight. I got here on time.
Yes.
And I definitely don't have my cat wandering back and forth in front of the screen.
Another card I want to bring up, though, is if you're playing against Mech Mage and they play a secret, what secret is that, Ben?
Almost most of the time you can assume it's going to be Mirror Entity.
Yeah, you need to assume that right now. So like earlier today, I had 9 mana, and I was like, all right, I got Rag.
You're like, Rag!
Yeah, and I'm like, but I knew it, right? I look at the board, I'm like, yeah, I know it's Mirror Entity. Like, I know for a fact it is. I go Abusive Sergeant, he gets an Abusive Sergeant, and then I play Rag. And so it's another card that you just have to know and play around. And the last one I'll mention is from my Face Hunter deck. Face Hunters are running Leroy. So I played somebody, he did all of the math, right? And he was like, he cannot kill me. I don't know what exactly his math was. I must have played the kill commands. But I had Leroy plus Abusive to do 8 to the face for the win, and he immediately friends me. And I assume he's just going to be like, you son of a something. But he didn't. He was like, Leroy? No one runs Leroy. I did the math. I was like, everyone runs Leroy. Actually, it was on Hearth Pawn. It's the most popular Face Hunter deck. And he was like, oh, I haven't played it in a month. So it's a good lesson that you really have to be up on it. Like, if you haven't played in a while, just go to Hearth Pawn, hit decks, and look at the top 4 decks. That's what people are playing, and the Lemmings will have copied all of those decks.
Yeah, I was watching Trump play yesterday, and he was like, I think he was playing... Yesterday, was he playing Druid? He's like, I mean, I like watching Trump, but I definitely see, like, it's getting kind of boring. He plays, like, the same 4 decks, and he'll try and, like, he's like, I'm good today. I'm going to spice it up. And then that deck just gets crushed. Like, and he's like, I wonder if it's, like, he was playing one where it's like, oh, I guess this is going to be a good deck. This is going to be a good deck today. And then, like, he played an Oil Rogue and lost. He's like, okay, well, I mean, that was just one Rogue. That's fine. I mean, if I'm going to see a lot of Rogues, this deck is not going to be good. So... it's probably just one. And then he played a second, and he played a third, and then he played a fourth, and he was like, okay, I have to change my deck. But like he was playing Druid, and it was like very just standard ramp Druid. He's like, this deck's gonna do well today, and then lost like 4 stars in a row. And I was like, okay.
What rank was Trump at when he was having these issues?
Probably. Where was he yesterday? I think he was around 4 and 5.
Gotcha. So I have clawed back to 6, so we can be at least happy with that.
All the way down?
Oh, I went to 7, almost 8. Like just a free fall like I've never had before either. Once I get to 4, that's where I am, and then I sort of hang around 4, 5, 3, push. But this was just a complete free fall. I've never seen that before, so I was really
pretty good.
I was not happy. We'll say that.
And it was just the oil rogues that were countering you, or was it oil rogues and?
It was everything. So it was like it started with oil rogue, that hammered me, and then after the oil rogues were like I switched to warrior control, and then they switched to all druids, and then I like switched to priest, and I don't remember what happened, but it was just like everything countered everything I was doing, and it was absolutely incredibly frustrating, and it got to that point where you're just like, I really don't know what to do. But I kept playing, of course, instead of just being like, all right, it's time to shut it down. It's like 3 in the morning. I was like, no, I will continue. But like I'd gotten so high that I was playing legend guys. Like I played a friend of mine who was legend 120. I played another guy that was legend 140. I was like, yeah, this is happening. And then, so that was kind of unfortunate. I think it's time, though, to start casting some games. What do you think?
Yo, I think 10 minutes of chatting and 50 minutes of watching people play, that's the sweet number here for this show.
I think so, too. Let's see. There aren't actually a lot of people on my friends list on right now, so we'll have to see if we can wrangle up some games here. If you are in chat and you want us to cast your game, please let me know.
How many folks have we got in chat? 7? Nor? 3?
I think we have like 8.
Nice.
See. I'm okay. So I have one person who's in a game right now. I'm gonna give him a minute, see if he starts a new game, and then I'm contacting
7 people. And I think I just made myself the 8th.
That may be.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
All right, well, let's jump into Prototype's game. It looks like he's in the middle of a game, so this won't be quite as fun, but we'll jump in anyway. Maybe it won't be too late in the game where we can actually enjoy it. And it looks like I do have some people who are going to be home soon that are happy to have us cast their game. So.
Who are going to be home soon?
Yeah. All right, so we've got Druid against a Mage deck. The question is, what kind of Mage is this? Like, I'm kind of guessing this is Freeze Mage. But I guess we'll find out.
Using the spider, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the Panther going. Wow, interesting.
Well, I would assume, I mean, except for the Trogzor.
Trogzor? What?
Yeah, I would assume that this was maybe something that was, it's a token Druid, right? Because you have the Panther, so you would have been able to give all your units +1/+1. He's got the combo in his hand.
Yep. The problem is, combo against Freeze Mage is tough. If this is Freeze Mage, I'm not sure we can be certain of that. So I guess the question is, does he play Trogzor or is that Mirror Entity?
It's going to be Mirror Entity, so there's going to be 2 Trogzor.
I'm kind of guessing it's not Mirror Entity.
You think so?
No, I don't. If it's Freeze Mage, I don't think it is. It's probably.
Oh.
Okay, so
it's Ice Block.
I'm guessing it's Ice Block. It could be Counterspell, and if it's Counterspell, that's going to be really brutal for him. That was interesting. I'm not sure that was right to just toss him down and let him get traded off like that. Might have been better.
That was just impressive. Like I just.
Yeah, he just owned him. Oh wow, okay. I'm gonna go with that is a Counterspell and an Ice Block. So we'll see. All right, he's gonna double Annoyatron. He is, and just gonna do 1 to the face and 1. A slow go. But how's his opponent gonna get through 2 Annoyatrons? It's really weird to jump in this late into a game.
Right.
All right, Azure Drake. Typical.
I mean, this looks like it's just a secret mage. Right?
Yeah, probably. But secret mages are oftentimes Freeze Mage, but I don't think this is Freeze Mage. I don't think Freeze Mage is playing Flame Cannon. Is this going to be the copy one or not? The secret where it copies guys. Duplicate.
Duplicate.
I don't think it's I think it's a mishmash deck.
This is good. I mean, you could go Cenarius and give everything +2/+2.
That's pretty good, actually. I like that. kills everything. He's got to hope that's not.
Yeah, he could do +2/+2 and then innervate into Savage Roar.
Yeah.
There's a counterspell.
I kind of thought that was going to be counterspell, so that's fine. At least he was able to get rid of that with a coin. Like he didn't try to combo.
And now he's set up the combo for the next.
Yeah, he's probably not going to need the combo. He'll probably be able to get him to 1 with Ice Block and then finish him off maybe the next turn. Like I'm guessing Force of Nature will actually win the game just by itself at some point.
Sure. It's pretty good. You put him in a tight spot.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pressure on him. I do have some people in the EU server that wouldn't mind us looking at their game, so we may move servers.
We'll Ooh, that's so fancy.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta keep it spicy.
Cover all the ladder metagames. Oh, another secret. Jeez. That's interesting. All right. So, what are we thinking there? What's the other secret? Is it another counterspell? Oh, it doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter.
Because he is
super
dead.
Concede.
Yeah, apparently that was not a nice block after all. Which makes sense. I don't think that deck is going to run Ice Block. I don't know what it was, though.
It would have to been duplicate, because he didn't kill any characters on offense.
Yeah, that's going to be what it is. All right, we're going to go into Prototype's game. We'll watch one of them from the beginning, and then we will potentially just move over to the EU server for a little bit.
See what else is going on. Let's watch some games.
More fun to watch him from the start. Watching him from the middle, it's a lot harder to cast the game when you're like, all right,
I don't know what mistakes he's made or where he's planning on going with this play because I don't know what else the deck was, so I can't really. It's got Scenarius in it and the combo, so it's a Druid. It's just like a Druid deck, I guess.
All right, let's jump in. Hopefully we didn't miss the mulligan phase. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Druid versus Paladin. Oh, he only gets 2 cards. We missed one of them.
You placed 2 of them. Oh,
right,
got
so
one of the same ones back. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Teacher's pretty good against Paladin.
I really liked
is really good.
all of that. The way that the spectator graphics worked on that. It had a really hard time.
It sure did. I think you annoy Tron here. What do you think? Are you tempted at all to wrath him off?
No, I don't think so. No. I mean, you could, but what secret? Like, it's going to be like Get Down?
It's going to be... That's going to... Yeah, what is it? It's the one that makes a guy +3/+2 or +2/+3.
Avenge.
Yeah, it's kind of terrible, but it works pretty well sometimes. Okay, wow. I do not like that. I mean,
it's overly aggressive. You didn't need to do both of them.
Right, like you did a lot. You spent everything you had to play an Annoyatron, basically. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have waited till next turn and gotten a Violet Teacher out.
Yeah.
That would have been much better. Yeah.
And Avenge is going to be super sick here.
Yeah, and there's not a way he can really play around that.
No. There's a way to play around it.
Yeah, that works pretty well. No, don't swipe here. You gotta wait till you pop it.
No, he swipes the face. Doesn't go off.
Yeah, but I think you wanted it to go off and then swipe the guy that it goes on. Because now that's just lingering there for someone else when you have a worse way to answer it.
Yeah, I can see that argument. That's a good argument.
I think that was a mistake. We'll see if it ends up haunting him.
I mean, here he gets a trade again.
Yeah, at least he gets a teacher.
And still doesn't get a...
I mean, he could go Hero Power, kill it, and then Annoyatron.
Hero Power, yeah. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, seems reasonable.
I mean, I think you probably wanted to develop the Violet Teacher there.
I think so, too. That's what I would have done. I mean, the one thing is the way he played it leaves his Annoyatron alive and leaves that secret intact. But I don't. Yeah, see, this is the problem. His opponent is now playing big guys, and he's like, I got an Annoyatron out there. Yeah. Like, that's pretty good. And now I can't use all my mana, and I can just play a Violet Teacher randomly. Mm-hmm. So,
with no spells to back it up because we've already.
I think he's in a lot of trouble.
Paid, innovate, and coin out.
And he's still got that avenge too. Like when he kills this Belcher, something's going to be huge. Unless he just keeps coining guys out. I'd be really tempted not to hero power if I were Pashir. Oh man, giant Belcher. Oh wow, poor Prototype. Things just got really bad for Prototype.
He's like, whoops.
Yeah, he played this so. I want to say wrong. I'll definitely say different than how I would have, and I'm definitely leaning towards wrong.
Suboptimally is the way to really phrase it. I mean, I think you could go Force of Nature here.
Yeah, you could. You could also go.
You can get you a weenie at least, and then you can still attack.
You could go Violet Teacher into the Belcher, hero powered off, another Violet Teacher. That could be reasonable. The problem with this play
is you're going to make a huge sledge.
Yeah. You might be able to take it out, though, actually. Wait, what?
Nope. That's not the play.
I don't know what happened there. That actually is problematic. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah. I'd probably... Like that could be gone. That swipe would have taken out that secret.
Yeah.
That's, Oh, he's getting,
the PM return.
He's getting the chatter now. Nothing's worse than getting the chatter.
That was a mistake. Oh yeah.
And
concentration. That's a bad idea.
And mustard. Quartermaster coming.
You know what would be really awesome right now?
Swipe.
Swipe would be really cool.
Swipe would be game changing. Swipe would give him a chance. Power of the Wild does not. I guess you Drake and see what you get, and probably. And see, this is another thing. Had he not played Savage Roar, had he done it the other way, he'd have the combo at least. I'm not sure that would be enough. I kind of doubt it would be. Oh, lordy. I think we can call this one over. Over as much as you can call a game.
Yeah, don't trade, dude.
So we have somebody in chat who wants us to look at their game, so we're going to go there next.
Cool.
Eon. So we'll see how he does. But Prototype got a whooping. A whooping. Yeah. Some early mistakes really snowballed away from him. And look at this. This is that Avenge Belcher still on the board. Like that Avenge.
I really think the overly aggressive turn one.
Oh yeah. Turn one is a real problem.
Everything. Or I guess it was turn two where you Wrath and then innervated into Anoitron.
Yep.
Like there was no threat from the.
Yep, I agree. It was the turn two and then turn four were both misplays that really snowballed. That's what's really interesting about this game. Like there weren't any obvious like misplays, right? Like he totally missed that. It was just basically those were very suboptimal plays, and in Hearthstone that can often steamroll you right out of the building.
Boop boop boop.
All right, so we're gonna move to Eon here as soon as he starts his game. I think we'll do one of Soviet Terror's games later. He's a legendary guy. It'll be interesting to see what he's running up against. But I think Eon is ready to start a game right now. Maybe.
Probably not. Yeah, he's probably not going to be playing against random decks. Pirates.
You don't think so? You don't think Soviet Terror at 162 Legend will be? Maybe we'll just hop
I really like the idea of. I haven't since GVG has come out. I haven't played a pirate deck.
I haven't either.
I feel like it would be a lot of fun.
All right, we're gonna jump into his game first.
To just double check it's not a pirate deck.
Oh, okay. So he's playing Mech Mage. He got a really fast start. Look at this start he got. Oh my goodness, this poor Paladin is toasted. He got Mech Warper, an early Spider Tank. He's got Mirror Entity. This is gonna be nice. Oh my goodness.
Oh shoot.
I mean, Consecrate could be reasonable, but not quite enough. Well, double Fireball. Oh my god. 3, 6, 8, 12, 10, 16. 14. He's got it, actually. He's got lethal. We came in just... Whoa, is he going to miss lethal? 2, 3, 4, I don't think 5, 8, 11, 12. He had it. He had lethal.
What?
He missed lethal because he could hero power and fireball for 7.
Yeah.
He had it. Wow. There you go. Even legendary. Missing lethal.
Even 162 legendary doesn't feel like having, maybe he just wanted to, there's a consecrate.
Maybe I'm wrong. Was he off by 1, 2, 5, 7? I don't think so. I'm quite sure he had lethal. And he got consecrated. Oh my! I still don't think this is gonna slip away because when you have double fireball, it's
double
hard.
fireball can be good.
It's really hard to let it slip away. But you never know. Tyrion.
I mean, he could just put down any of the healing, right? He puts Healbot here and then moves him outside the range.
Lay on hands wouldn't be too bad.
Lay on hands.
Wow, that would be interesting. He had it. He had lethal in it. Got away from... Oh, lay on hands. Oh, my goodness.
And that's it. Now the game's lost.
Oh, Hearthstone. What a cruel game. I mean, he's still got a decent chance, but you're right. He's in big trouble because now his card quality gets a lot lower this late in the game. Like, he had what he wanted. He could have won.
Wow. So I don't know if I saw the math.
I'm
so
like...
He had 3, 3, 6, 8... Fireball would have been 14. Oh yeah, and then he had +1.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he had it.
Yeah. Oh, and quartermastered. Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, all he has to do is aim to do damage, right? So now he does 3. If he goes over the top, he can always free somebody. Yeah, he's gonna go over the top and try and do the damage. Get him down to.
So all he needs is.
Whoa.
Actually, he actually has lethal with hero power. Yeah. All right. He didn't miss lethal again. Only one time missed lethal. That's good. All right, double fireball is pretty good. Pretty good double fireball.
I was dead to rights, and then I double fireball.
I got to admit though, I was hoping he would lose that afterwards, just to show how fickle Hearthstone is. That when you make that one mistake, oftentimes you're just cooked. I'm gonna have to message him. Actually, I'm not going to because I don't know him quite well enough. I don't want it to be like, I'm a total a-hole. You miss lethal. But there's nothing more annoying.
You write him that, and then he just immediately unfriends
you. Exactly.
And one less person to watch playing the game.
That is exactly what just went through my mind. You know what? Maybe we don't alienate that guy after all. I mean, he missed lethal. That's fine. He didn't miss it again. Okay, here we go. We've got Eon heading into a game. Let's see what rank 17 looks like this late in the season. We're almost halfway. Most good players have made it out.
It feels like the season just started.
It does feel that way, but we're kind of late in the season. I mean, 12 days in. We got people, legends all over the place.
So did you see? So I feel like
your mic is having problems.
What type of problems?
Oh, no, it's really crackly. Can you reset it for just a second? All right, it's fine now.
I turned it off.
Oh, well.
How about now?
I can still hear you just fine. Okay, so we got Rogue. It's not Oil Rogue. It's definitely not Oil Rogue. He's running some sort of tempo Rogue, it looks like. Zombie Chow and Rogue. I don't know that I see that very often.
Generally, I think that's frowned upon.
He's playing fish tacos, so he's got a tasty person.
Wow.
What happened?
That guy really he flame cannoned, coined into flame cannon to remove Zombie Chow.
That's really unnecessary. I mean, this is one of the things you need to recognize, that Zombie Chow's a guy you can let hang around. He's going to damage you, but that's fine. You get that health back. Don't go crazy to kill him.
He gives you the money back.
He's got Galawax. Interesting. You want to do that? That's interesting. Does he really want an SI agent without the combo just to get the body on the board? It's reasonable. He could have gone like Deadly Poison, taking him off that way.
Yeah, I mean, you give a lot of leeway to your opponent this
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that play. All right. Shield Master, yeah, he's good. All right, so it's not Mirror Entity. What are we looking at there?
Duplicate.
I think it's Duplicate. I'll go with...
No, this looks like it might be Freeze, right?
I mean...
No, I guess it does. It looks like it just is a mage. It just looks like a fucking mage deck.
Like Frostbolt is just Frostbolt, right?
Yeah, and just Frostbolt. It's just in there all the time. Right. It doesn't matter.
It's in every deck. Okay, see what this will help us define the deck hopefully, unless he goes Azure Drake, and I'd be like, yep, that's in every deck also.
Ping and Oiotron, nope,
ping,
just nothing.
Okay, is he gonna Galawax?
Yes, that's exactly what you do.
Yep. Is he gonna get polymorphed?
You get a polymorph, doesn't matter.
Oh, Mountain
Giants. Oh, it's an Echoes deck.
Interesting.
Well, Dr. Boom.
I'm not sure Dr. Boom's right, because you could trade like Drake with the Eviscerate, or you could even go. Yeah, because you could go like Belcher, Eviscerate.
Blood Mage. You go Blood Mage Thalnos into a 6 damage Eviscerate.
Yeah, but that doesn't do any more than 5.
Followed up by the SI agent.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that better. I was gonna say Belcher's reasonable
this
too.
This is gonna be a duplicate, and he's gonna get to play 2 of them in a row.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna happen.
It is. It's duplicate. So what you could have done, there instead, and this is a smart play often, is just play like a Belcher. He has to be able to get through that Belcher.
Mm-hmm.
And you have your Galawax.
He has a lot of board presence, so it doesn't matter if the guy plays another 2 Giants here.
Well, if he plays...
He's just going to go over the top and...
2 Giants, that's kind of scary, but yeah.
Make him sad.
Probably just going to play Dr. Boom. If he plays Giants, okay, yeah. So he can't really play Giants because he's... Oh, he gets... he gets to play.
Thank you.
Yeah, so... I think Boom's here, and then wins. Like, I don't think his opponent comes back from this.
Well, he probably's got Moltons in his hand, so he can probably go Molten here.
If he can go Molten Taunt, but...
He can go, like, Molten into Mountain into Taunt easily here.
Yeah.
Look.
Molten. Yeah. Taunt. It's got to be Taunt or he loses.
I think if he was trying to put the Mountain Giants out, he really messed up right here, because he just increased their cost by 2.
Oh, and he's dead. Oh, well... Is he dead? 12, 13, 14.
12.
He can, with the deadly poison, he'll get him to 1. Oh, maybe not.
Just clears it off.
Yeah. Can you turn your mic down somehow? You're really loud now. I mean, I can try to turn you down more, maybe somewhere else.
I can do it.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay. It's going face.
How's that?
That's the same. I think he Belcher's here.
Oh, that's what happened. How's this?
That's the same.
It shouldn't be the same. This is
oh, look at this. He's going to backstab his own guy to try to get lethal. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? You don't see this every day. Oh, he missed. That was an interesting try, though.
What are you going to do?
It also sets you up now for a flame strike next turn to kill it.
So did it change?
No, it's still exactly how it was. I'll just turn it
down. That can't be possible.
That's fine. I'll turn it down.
I switched inputs.
I don't know what the problem is.
How about this? How about this?
That was a little quieter. It's fine. I got you now.
How about this?
That's quieter. You're good.
All
right. He got... Oh. I was like, he got a Belcher. Mate. No. All right, we got Trade Prince Galawax coming through, crushing face. That was pretty good. Let's see. Ooh, if Raya goes into a game right away, we might want to look at him. Or maybe we'll look at one more of Eon's games before we go elsewhere. Maybe we'll move over to EU. Oh, Soviet Terror is just starting a game. I said we jump in. See if he misses lethal again. He's probably going to contact me. How dare you jump into my game and say I missed lethal?
Why do you keep doing this?
Oh, yeah. This is the big boys right here.
This is what we said we were not casting.
That's true. That's a good point. We did say we were not casting legendary games, but this will be the last one. All right, so we got Mech Mage.
This is an insane start.
Yes. Well, it doesn't have Mech Warper though, so.
No, I guess not. But I mean, like 1, 2, 3 is pretty good on tempo.
Yeah. If he gets Mech Warper though, oh lordy. Whoa.
That's a good answer.
What?
Good answer. It's like one of those Hollywood Squares good answers. Good answer.
No. Oh, he's not going to Mech Warper. Interesting.
It's just going to get picked off. He can't follow up with something.
Yeah, that's true. And next turn he will be able to play... No, he won't be able to play anything next turn either.
No.
So maybe he'll save it till turn 4 and play Warper Spider Tank. That seems reasonable. Alright, gotta assume she runs into the 2-1?
Yeah, I'm assuming that. And so I would say Tinkertown would be good if she doesn't, but she's going to.
I don't...
You can just play Spider Tank by itself.
Yeah, you might. I don't know what deck this is. I have not seen a Hunter deck that runs Argent Squire. So I don't even know what's going on right now. I'm very curious to see where we go. Oh my goodness, I've never seen that card.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
Yeah. Alright, so we gotta assume that's Mirror Entity. He's not even looking. He's like, it's Mirror Entity. I know it is. It's the only secret in the deck.
See, this is okay with the Mech Warper file.
So this is a little tip. If you have a secret, look at it. Because your opponent can see that you've moused over it. And if you do that, he's like, whoa, is this guy not just running Mirror Entity in his mage deck?
Are there multiple secrets here?
That's crazy. Because if you don't mouse over it, your opponent knows, okay, it's Mirror Entity. Cool. And even if you mouse over it, they go, it's like 98% Mirror Entity, but you put that little sliver of doubt that, like, I have to play Dr. Boom here. Maybe it's not. He moused over it. I don't know. Probably not going to work, but if it does work, then you're in business. All right, so what's he going to do?
See, this is one of those things. This is why I really appreciate like rank 17 or 19. That everybody just plays the game like, here's a card, here's a card, here's a card. Here, everybody's like, oh, every move I make here is really important. So like, I'm gonna not attack here. Like, I'm gonna think out all of these turns. Like, and I get like that's what you need to do.
Right, you do definitely.
But like at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, just play the cards. They don't get better. I've done this 1,000 times.
That's really interesting. What do you think about Coolant there? Like, you could have just picked him off with Warper.
I think he's just trying to keep people on the board, right?
Yeah.
Now he either has to use his weapon to knock just the Nordtron off, or you play a card. Yeah, so he's gonna get what he wants out of this.
Yeah. If it had been a spot where he could play Antonitis this turn, it would totally make sense because the secret's not out. But now he's in a weird spot. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So he's going to actually pop the secret on purpose.
I don't know if that's... because this is going to
Oh, it's Snake? That's explosive. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. So is he running Face Hunter with Argent Squire? I don't know. I assumed that was going to be like a freezing trap. I think he probably did too. He's probably like, what is happening here? There's like a Face Hunter deck that doesn't do a lot of damage.
I mean, here's the thing. If that was the plan, right? If he was just going to attack face, unless he's like purposely trying to proc the secret, then he should have done the 2 different mad scientist guys into each other.
Isn't that what he did?
Last, right?
Oh, last.
I mean,
okay.
At last, after the fact.
I think he wanted to proc the secret, though.
I mean, I guess you do. Right. That's always a big question for me. It's like, if you know what's going to, there's a secret that might be bad against you, still doing the thing?
All right, what is he going to do? Another bow. I think that bow's too slow. Like, he probably doesn't have another choice if he's Face Hunter. Like, his options are going to be something like, an aggressive wolf or a golem, or I don't know what else he's got going on. But he needs a good card here. It's bottom line. That's not too shabby, actually. Because that'll kill off the Tinkertown Engineer. Oh, there's no mech! Oh, no! Wow, this game really shifted quite a bit. He has to put it down because he has to put something out to keep tempo up because he's right on the precipice of winning. And he's got Boom and Antonitis.
I've seen a lot with that with the Mech Mage, right? Like they're so reliant on hitting the combos that they need that like as soon as like it happens where like you have to play the the Blast Mage without any way to trigger it off, or if it lands poorly, like you're like, oh, well, I only need like a 75% chance for this to work out in my favor, right? Like as soon as that doesn't happen, you're like, oh crap. Like I guess I just lost the game there.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think he did have to play that to keep the tempo up, but it's painful. He so painful.
Couldn't have just passed.
Yeah, so painful. Apparently, we didn't work this out very well with Sand Snake ahead of time. He has no idea what's happening. Yeah. He's like, so there's a thing?
Do I have to do something now? Or what? Do I pay you or do you pay me? Like, who gets the HJ out of this? And you're like, that's not what happens here. Like, we're not going to Skype you and then you get to like have your balls on the TV or something like that. Like, I don't.
Well, okay. Yeah, I think when you're Hunter and you're doing that, you're losing. Like, you just can't do that as Hunter.
You just traded.
Yeah.
Because you're the one with the low life total.
Right. Interesting. I kind of thought he would play Cogmaster there.
No, what he should have done is, because he got the extra mana, he should have did Archmage into the stealth. He had the idea right there.
I think I like Dr. Boom there, actually, because Dr. Boom puts a ton of pressure. Like, he just wins. Like, his opponent has to have an answer here, he loses. Okay, so his opponent does have Explosive Trap, which is really annoying.
Yeah. Something that you wouldn't have to have worried about.
Yep, that's true. All right, there's the Explosive Trap, but then he goes Antonitis into Spell, and so now his opponent has one turn to win. What do you think, Ben? Can the Hunter do 19 damage before Fireball kills him?
Probably not.
I'm going to go with not a chance in Hades. That's what I'm going to go with. I've played that deck. 2 cards in hands, too.
Says the history teacher. Not a
Jeeves! That is not going to win. All right, so Soviet Terror terrorizes the poor Face Hunter. But look at that. He's got Jeeves and Face Hunter. That's a really interesting call. I do not have that in my Face Hunter. He has a couple of cards I don't have in mine. Argent Squire.
I mean, maybe it's kind of more control-y, right? I mean, you don't do...
No, that's not control-y. He's got Arcane Golem.
Oh, look at it. Here's going to be... Here
it is. Oh, boy. Kill off all the guys. And then kill him after... what's the most fireballs you've had in hand? I have a screenshot of, like, 7. It actually got to be annoying, because then I had to play cards, otherwise I would have a full hand, but I couldn't because they were all fireballs. So it was kind of frustrating, actually. There is such a thing as too many fireballs off Antonitis, apparently.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able.
That was good. I mean, that was kind of like a runaway start to that, where it's like, cool, here's 1, 2, 3. What can you do? Oh, you can't? All
right. And I was like, well, at least he doesn't have Mech Warper. And then he's like, top deck Mech Warper. And you're like, yeah, okay. The other guy's wrecked.
I mean, he only played the Anoratron off of it, but I mean, I guess that affected the board state pretty substantially.
Yeah, I mean, if you can curve out perfectly against Face Hunter, they're gonna have a hard time. And Anoratron's really annoying for Face Hunter because they have to spend a bunch of resources handling him.
Whoa! So Anoratron is really annoying.
Ooh, wow, that worked. That worked really well. Oh, Sand Snake. Wait. Sand Snake is 15? He was 13 yesterday. What happened? I wonder if we're going to see someone in the midst of a free fall.
He was like, I'm going to play Priest.
And then Priest?
9 games.
Oh, wow. He's a greedy Priest. He's got mind control. Priest. Now, I love mind control, but it feels a little too greedy right now. I took it out of my Priest deck. All right, that's a great start, though. Like, if he's running Mech Mage... Whoa.
That Harrison Jones
there's a meta call. We were talking about that earlier. It's the meta is very right for Harrison Jones, other than the fact that a quarter of the decks are Mech Mage.
Sure.
But if he goes Blingtron, and then you're like, boom! Oh, that would be amazing. And his opponent's name is Gummy Bears, so that's cool.
With Z's.
I'm kind of rooting for Gummy Bears, to be perfectly honest.
Oh.
Okay, I have a new rooting. I want that unstable portal to be something disgusting. And it is not. You got a novice engine here.
This is not good for him.
You can't do that there. Okay, this is a big mistake some newer players make. You cannot throw down a 1/1 in front of the cleric. You just can't. Because if they don't have a 2-drop, they just get a free draw. And even though he had a 2-drop, he was like, thanks, I'll take the draw anyway.
This is really good for me, thank you. Well, and now I have to waste a Frostbolt on it.
Yeah, that was kind of a disaster. 2 Shadow Madness.
2 Shadow Madness? Oh my god, it's super greedy.
Wow, he really wants this to be Mech Mage so bad. If it's Freeze Mage, he is going to be upset. Alright, he's like, come on, play 1-drop. Come on! Alright, so question here. Do you go Blade Master Circle? Or do you save Circle to combo a Soul Priest?
No, I think you go with Circle.
I think so too.
This is one of the combos. This is kind of like the dream for it.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna have a hard time handling. I have a feeling like if he wastes a Polymorph here, which he might feel like he has to, it looks like Sand Snake's deck is insanely greedy. So he probably has like Ragnaros and all the end game, and a Polymorph would be terrible. All right, so he's fine. Yeah, this is great. Shadow Madness, run it into him. And then run in the Blade Master the other half. Like, this is a dream scenario right here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what are you talking about? You can't mock my double Shadow Madness. Oh!
No!
Poor Nat Pagels.
Oh, Nat Pagel. What did he ever do to you?
And he has a pain in hand, too. He must really be worried about aggro right here. It's interesting. So he has all of these anti-aggro cards and then greed cards. So it's kind of an interesting mix.
Well, I mean, it's, he's got 2 Shadow Mages. It's almost exclusively, like, assuming that this is some type of aggro facey deck, right? Like, it's either oil, he's either been playing a bunch of oil mages or face hunter.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's what that's what we've seen so far, his deck gear being towards.
Demon Lock would be useful against as well. Oh, okay. Sure. Is he gonna, I don't think you want to take the Water Elemental here. Water Elemental is really annoying. It also means, I think you pain the Water Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. He could have gone Pyromancer first. I don't think that was right, though. I think what he did is right, and then shield him, see what you get.
I think he's saving Pyromancer to see what happens.
Yeah, the problem is he's using a bunch of spells here, but whatever, it's fine. Oh, Vol'jin's so amazing. He's like, come on.
One of the only good class legendary cards from GVG.
Ooh, that is not great for Vol'jin, actually. But he can definitely just run into it, heal up, Belcher. Like he's in really good shape here still.
Yeah.
I think Gummy Bears is in some trouble. I'm gonna say that now. I hope he gets to mind control something disgusting. Oh, that'd be great. What the heck is this thing? The Wii Spell Stopper, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Adjacent minions are immune to spells and hero powers.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he wanted that. Although it's actually amazing against Shadow Madness. Mm-hmm. Little does he know how awesome that is. Oh, I kind of see a Vol'jin here. You go Vol'jin, take the Belcher's health, run Belcher into him, run the Blade Master, and circle to heal them all up. Man, that looks pretty good. And in fact, you could even go... No, you can't go Pyro as well. Oh, you could? No, you can't. Oh, you can't even Vol'jin Shadow, so... Yeah, I think Vol'jin works really well. The question is, do you... You can't Shadow Madness the guy. Oh, he's going to try! Oh! He was stopped by the Spell Stopper! He's like... I bet he's like, what the hell is that?
He's like, he rereads the card.
He's still trying.
There it is. He's like, what's happening? How can I do this?
I don't understand what's going on here. I'm not sure that was necessary, but that's fine.
Well, he had already decided he wanted to play that card, Tiny. So he had to play it.
I guess.
Those are the rules of Hearthstone.
I suppose. I don't...
They're the rules. No, use the circle. Use
what?
The circle.
No! The Belch is amazing! What are you doing? Oh, no. That was terrible. Let's see if his opponent can capitalize. I don't know. I mean, he has a big board, so
He has a big board.
He's got Vol'jin.
Whoever goes down is gonna get Vol'jin in a second.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be like, here, Dr. Boom, this is awesome. And you're gonna be like, no.
Vol'jin.
Shut up.
You just got Vol'jin, son. Alright, so I imagine a Vol'jin run recombobulator into it. He's got a 6/7 now. Oh, that's pretty amazing. He could go Pyromancer Circle after hitting. What do you think? Do you think that's the right approach?
I think that's what he's going to do. I think it's fine.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's pretty devastating.
Be sure to attack with... okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it shouldn't kill him. Shouldn't. Alright, I think it's the heal, and now he... Like, if he loses from here, it'll be pretty surprising. And he had a really bad turn. Poor Gummy Bears. He's like, you son of a...
I'm out. I don't think I've ever seen so many concedes. I feel like anytime I play, I can be like really far ahead, and people will make me play it out until the very end. But I feel like all we see in these high ranks currently is people be like, "Oh, I'm behind, I'm out."
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Time to quit.
All right, let's see if he'll play us another one. I think he's probably mad because he asked if he did well, and I said no.
Why did you tell him no?
What am I going to say? Like, yeah, you were amazing. Then he watches the broadcast, and he's like, you bastards. You called out my plays.
You were amazing. You did so well. If we could award you Legendary, we would do that right now.
I think we should be able to.
So just keep playing.
I really think we should be able to.
Yeah.
Should be one of our abilities. All right. He's looking for an opponent.
Granted to you.
Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what he's got this time. I mean, he certainly gave that guy a whooping, so. Okay, he's playing a Druid deck. Oh, this is going to be Mill Druid. I can almost guarantee it. He loves Mill Druid. Yeah, look at this nonsense. Oh, my goodness. This is the rest of the show.
Look at this nonsense.
This one Mill Druid. This guy's hilarious. He's like, I have the greatest deck ever. It's Mill Druid. And I was like, really? How do you handle aggro? And he's like, I usually lose. I was like, this is not the greatest deck ever then. He's like, yes, it is. It's the most fun deck ever. God,
is this going to be Mill Druid versus a handlock deck?
I don't know.
We're gonna be here for the next 20
Well, it would be the dream for him, because then he gets to just burn off all the dude's cards because he has a giant hand. So
I think we need. Oh my god. I think we need to come up with like a topic that we can talk about while this is happening, because this is gonna be like the next 10 minutes is just gonna be this.
It's gonna actually be really interesting, I think, because he's got BGH already. So this is gonna be a Twilight Drake almost assuredly. He's gonna naturalize it. His opponent will have enough for the Mountain Giant, which he can then BGH. So there's going to be quite a bit of action here, I think. I assumed he was going to naturalize it, but he's actually thinking about this. I'm not sure what there is to think about. It feels like a really obvious play to me, because that's exactly what you want.
He just plays BGH. And it's like, it's just to get a body on the board. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
You immediately go to like stop spectating.
Yeah, if he plays BGH, we have to have a talk. Against Handlock, that's like your dream card. All right, that was the obvious play, I think. And then he's hoping. He's like, all right, have Mountain Giant. Come on, man, have Mountain Giant. I'm gonna blow him out of the water, and then you're toasted. Oh yeah, in the last game, Jared Lawton had a good idea. He could have recombobulated the guy that he stole. That would have been really fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you do here? Do you burn a Wrath? Whoa, he's got Brewmaster too. He's gonna be able to loop that Murloc.
You don't do anything. Let him hit your face for a couple times.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, okay.
Or do that.
Whatever.
I mean, he's got Tree of Life, so I guess he's thinking like we're gonna reset this mother to 30 anyway. But I don't think he's gonna need to reset to 30. I think he'll just be able to win without it. All right, Jomo, what you got? Big Game Hunter, just dropping him. He's gonna be really upset when Malorn comes out, and he's like, "What the hell?"
He just checked and was like, "Oh, Malorn is pretty high." Oh yeah, he is. Cool. All right.
He can naturalize here if he wants and make it burn 2 cards. I don't know that he wants to. He may want to save naturalize for the Giants.
For a bigger dude. Yeah. Is he gonna do 1 here to draw? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then probably keeper to kill him. Okay. Or just do that. I think I would have keeper to kill him to put a guy on the board. Then he's able to kill the zombie chow also, and maybe.
Is there somebody yelling in the background of your house?
Yes, my baby is angry.
Okay.
Which I didn't think he'd be able to hear.
Look at silence on his own. Nice. The silence on his own zombie chow.
Yeah, that works out pretty well.
That's a pretty good play there.
He clears off the owl.
If you want this 5 health, you can't have this 5 health.
Boop. All right. Well, he's going to get 30 health if he wants it. I don't even know what Poison Scenes does, but I admit that. All minions and making trees. That would not be good here.
That's pretty good. What just happened? So this isn't Handlock at all.
Is it Demon Lock? I don't know. It's like some weird mixture. No, there's a version of Demon Log with Twilight Drake, but now here comes Malorn, and his opponent is like, "Where's that BGH? Like, I had him. He's looking in his hand. Oh no, he's not here anymore. His opponent's at 10 cards. Sand Snake is like, please play a freaking giant. Just play a giant.
Put 1 big cost card down.
All right, Malorn is going back in the deck. He's not gonna be back for a while. Oh, another implosion. He's got a swipe.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotta think we're gonna see his swipe here.
I do like Sand Snake showing us the card. Yeah. Like, guys, look what I have.
Oh, and he's back!
Oh my god.
Oh, this will be great. His opponent's gonna be so steaming. Oh wow. And next turn, Malorn.
Yeah.
You just done got Malorn. Oh my goodness. What do you got, Warlock? Anything?
I mean, he was
9 cards again.
That board up. He had 6 of those imps on the board. He was like, "Yes, Mal'Ganis' turn." Amazing.
That would have been pretty good. And he's at 10, so I mean, this is kind of a tough spot for him. Does he naturalize?
You naturalize the 4/10.
It's only gonna burn 1 card, but I think so. I think we do naturalize. Naturalize, and okay.
Silence is pretty good.
Yeah, but what's he killing him with? Okay, that. It doesn't get Malorn out, but I guess he doesn't mind. And then what? Nothing. I think Malorn naturalize was better. Yeah, I think Malorn naturalize would have been a lot better.
I think it would have put a little bit more crush in the opponent. Like, I don't know what you'd be worried about. I mean, I guess you could be worried about Siphon Soul.
Yeah, but he comes back. Right? Like, he's coming back, don't worry. He's got the Murloc that draws. He'll be fine. Oh, what's he at now? 9. Okay, no. Yeah, because he could have had him overdraw as well.
How many cards does the Warlock currently have?
He has 8. So naturalize will only burn 1 at this point.
How many does he have left in his deck?
Oh, he's got 10. Wow, he's pretty low, actually.
Yeah, he's drawn the last 2 turns.
And here Malorn is not nearly as good, because now he's just going to get removed almost assuredly. Like, he'll probably have a Mortal Coil or something to help finish the job. But I guess at that point he's trading off 2 guys for 1. Oh! That's a brutal turn.
There's the Siphon.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Another draw. He has no idea that this is
he doesn't.
Druid right here.
Here's a little tip. If someone plays Naturalize on you, it's Mill Druid. Like, people don't just play Naturalize. Yeah, I don't think he draws with the Wrath. He just kills with it. He doesn't want the draw anyway. Alright, he's going to kill the owl. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, let's get all the way down, friend.
He's got 2 Tree of Lives in his hand.
He has 2? I missed the second. Oh, what the hell? 2? Whoa. Arcane Golem? What?
Oh my god, does he have lethal?
Oh, that would be amazing. He does! He does!
He's got lethal.
Oh my god. Out of nowhere. Only at rank 15. You see that?
What was that? So he had
a
bunch of demons. He had Zombie Chow. He had Twilight Drakes.
It is combo lock.
And then he had Arcane Golem into Power Overwhelming into
that was something. Yeah, that is combo lock. It does exist. People aren't really playing it right now, but dang, that was surprising. I think we have time for one more. Does that sound good? Have we been?
As long as it's not somebody playing a mill deck, yeah, I can stick around for one more game.
All right, that sounds good. Let's see. Anyone around? Do we want to jump into one of these games in the middle, or should we jump over to the EU server for a moment?
I mean, it's probably going to take longer to do EU.
See if Ian wants to do one more game.
It's also like, depending on where people are in the EU, it's like 6 a.m.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a friend who said he wants to play, but that's fine. Cool.
What is he doing? Is he American playing on the EU server?
No, he's not. He's a German, I believe. I mean, a lot of these people who play Hearthstone are young kids, man. They're up all night.
Yeah.
They got no job to go to the next day. Like, they're going to skip class in the morning. Why not play Hearthstone all night?
I was going to say, so they're kind of like you, right? Like, they're not going to go to...
I will be proctoring an exam tomorrow morning, and I will also not have to be too alert to do that. So, yeah. My daughter's coming. She's going to be my assistant. This is going to be quite fun. All right.
You're not going to talk to do a lecture on martyrdom?
Not this time around. All right, so it looks like we saw a combo, so it's going to be combo Druid. Let's see what we got.
3 replace just off the side of the screen. Like, whatever.
What was that?
The replace came up like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, just random spots all over the screen.
Yeah, when you come in mid-mulligan, weird stuff happens. What? So we got a Mech Rogue? Don't see that too often.
You, man, you can put Mech in any class.
You really can.
Lots of fun.
You really can. Yeah, there was a new deck put up by Colma today. That's Mech Rogue, so I'm surprised we haven't seen more. I've barely seen any today.
That was a nice comment. Did you see that comment?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to ignore it. Thanks for mentioning it. All right.
Who hates your voice, Tommy?
I guess. Who doesn't?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's one of the best things about the internet is, like, if you don't like something, you just don't watch it.
Yeah. There's enough content on the internet. I think you'll be okay. All right, so do you growth here? I think you innervate into Azure Drake.
Yeah, you got to get something on the board.
He'll probably remove it with weapon plus guy, but I think you're okay with that. And then I guess the question is, what are you playing turn 4? And that's a little bit less clear.
This will be fine.
Yeah.
He could have even done, instead of Azure Drake, he could have done Innervate Coin Sylvanas.
Yeah, that could have been really good. It depends on whether his opponent is running Sap. That'd be really pretty destructive if he is.
Crushing. I think the other thing you probably expect him to be running is probably Backstab. And so, like, it's just like a free Backstab for the trade.
Exactly. And you get nothing out of it. I'm not sure the play he made was great, though, either. Whoa. Okay, he's innovating into lore. So if that was his plan all along, that's fine. I mean, he had a whole plan he was working with there. Is he going to draw? I would think he's going to draw. He's a little low on health, but draw seems right. Oh, he's got the combo now. All right, so now everything changes.
Oh, he's got the combo now.
And now it's just like, get him to 14, win. Nothing else matters. Generally...
Who was that person who just commented that you had such a lovely voice?
It was Sand Snake. Or do you not?
The guy who we just watched?
Yeah. Do you not know who Sand Snake is?
No, I have no clue.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you later. I don't want to say his real name on the air. That seems kind of rude.
This is a great card to have right now.
Yeah. I think it's a great card to always have, but yeah. I mean, this is kind of
you
disgusting.
don't expect to be able to use it against
right, a Tinkertown.
My greetings, hey.
He's like, oh.
Hey, do you like BM? I like BM.
That was pretty rough. Oh, Toshli. Toshli is such a cool card. I've been trying to find a way to use him. I put him in my Mech Mage deck briefly. Wasn't a great fit, but I wanted it to be a great fit.
Cool story.
Thanks. What do you do here?
You Lothab just I guess it's gonna get traded. Sylvanas is a pretty good play.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna Toshli can absorb 2 cards unless you're playing Sylvanas.
Yeah. The problem is if you go Sylvanas, he can run Toshli into Black Knight, and then you're in a worse spot. Like he can just play a couple little mechs here, trade off. Like you can't run into Toshli at that point because you'll get a little mech. But I think it's probably the right play. He didn't have a great play there that I saw. I mean, apparently it was pretty
good.
But
you were in this thing, if he runs into the Black Knight, sure, he may play a couple little mechs, but like you Sylvanas and Natashli, now you have a definite way to kill Sylvanas. Whatever he plays down, it's gonna be yours.
Sure, but my point is you're not going to steal anything amazing.
I mean,
most likely, yeah.
Looks like he's ready to put down Dr. Boom right here.
He will not put down Dr. Boom unless he's a complete lunatic.
He's like, it's a 1 in 3 chance. Go for it.
If he plays Dr. Boom, Ian plays Force of Nature and just wrecks him all over. So he's not going to do that. Although he could... No, even that wouldn't work. Yeah, so he will not do that unless he's a lunatic. Oh, he's going to cloak him and do nothing. No, he can't cloak him and do nothing. Can he? Can he? What? Okay, that's interesting.
He's going to cloak him and do nothing.
Now, the problem is, if he were to find a Wrath there, and Wrath his own Sylvanas, he could have taken the Toshli, which would have been interesting, but that did not happen. This gets him a lot closer to 14, though.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is he does have stuff coming. So he's going to... Alright, so he's going to go all the way down to 13. With him having a Toshli out. Do not play the... What is happening?
He's going to kill...
Oh, okay. That was clever. Alright, that's good.
Is it clever?
I mean, it's clever. Is it right, is the question. Sure. I think since he has another Savage Roar...
That was a lot of mana.
I think that was right, actually, because he had another Savage Roar. The combo's still intact. The problem is if he takes 5 to the face and his opponent does much of anything, there's a problem. There is why that's a problem.
Well, no, because now he has... That's 9 plus 4. I mean, he has...
Oh, does he have it?
Right?
Does he have it? 14 plus 14, 7 is 21 plus 6. He's got it. He's got lethal. Wow. That worked out really well. Yeah, that was actually really clever because because he had combo in hand, he knew that his opponent would have to remove the Toshli or he would win.
But here's the thing is I didn't know this when he started that turn. The stealth doesn't go up. Right? Toshli was still stealth and stayed stealth on his opponent's turn.
That is nice. Wow. Yeah. I didn't really realize that as well. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to have to wrap up our second episode of Unlegendary.
Unlegendary. Casting everybody else.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for coming by and watching another episode. We'll be back next week, 9 p.m. every Thursday for Unlegendary, where we cast your games. 9